Hi, I'm Ron with Pacific Permaculture. Today I'm going to have my half barrel plant out. Take a look. Here I have my pallet load of bags of soil. I could have got it in bulk, but I didn't want it where all the cats and everything are spreading it and dust and all this because it's only going to be little old me doing this. It's a little bit easier to do it in bags. I can just do a little bit at a time if I have to. So anyway, here's our half barrels. Let's get to it. Alright, so I'm going to try to plant the dragon fruit plant first because it's going to be out here. I think this thing isn't quite level, but anyway, it's going to be out here in front for now, and that'll get me started. I don't need a cage on that one. Barrel out there, the old barrel. It don't fall apart. Gotta get the soil in it, spread it down into the thing molded. Almost itself into that. Looks like it's that there. So I can use the bag again, that's the idea. A couple of their rose bushes in the way. I almost did. Doing things a dumb way. Moving everything like that. Smart person might. And that's how. Now you know. In my experience, it takes between 2 and 2.5 bags of soil to fill these half barrels. It always looks like more at first until you water it down and it compacts a bit. course now, awkwardly, I have to take this out without getting thorns and stuff in me. There is some thorns in this dragon fruit. I have no idea what this is. Some kind of volunteer tree, but then it could be something good. I'm thinking to keep it. Who knows? Might have some value to me once I find out what it is. So, because I'm kind of prone to having a kind of a scavenging sense, I tend to want to keep that until I find out what it is. Put all the root on that dragon fruit. So, in a perfect world, I would have put this, held it still somehow and had somebody else fill in around with the soil. But in my imperfect world, this is the best I'm going to do. Okay. Call it permaculture, not perfect culture. So that's the thing. Do the best we can. Make our lives more permanent where we're at. Not going to be perfect. It doesn't mean it can't be great, though. It'll still be great. So what I might have done is get some plant stakes ahead of time. Also something I didn't do. These dragon fruit are kind of a vine. Dragon fruit cactus, actually, and I kind of forgot that. So I didn't intentionally get any stakes to put near it. So I didn't find an actual stake, but I found this little welcome sign, little garden sign. I'll try to use that as a stake. This thing gets set a little better. Might have to trim it so the plant so it fits in here right and does well here. That's okay. Been trying to keep this going for quite a while and still alive, so that's kind of a miracle in itself. Wash it there. So this is a good thing to do during coronavirus time. Start planting food, learn how to grow food, share food. Grow a little bit this year, next year this time, try to grow a little bit more. Plan to have extra to share. Share it with somebody. Okay? Encourage other people to do the same thing. That's how we get through all this. Minimum of drama. You don't have to get all because you're not alone, because you feel alone. Do things so you're not alone. Do things for somebody else. A lot of our stress comes when we're only thinking about ourselves. Think about somebody else that might not be right down the block. Or would like your, who knows, some dragon fruit or some citrus. Maybe they want some oranges. They wouldn't mind, you know? Sharing is caring. So that's the thing. So let's put this sack here into here. It's so heavy, so I'm using the mechanical advantage. This is the wheelbarrow. This way I'm grabbing hold of the sack, it's not grabbing hold of me. Okay. Wait a little bit because I'm going to use that at my other place for the pie. So empty the whole thing. Ball my hands on my pants and my shirt. This time I think I'll add one more bag and then I'll put the dragon fruit in here. And then I'll finish off with the last bag of soil. Maybe that'll work out there. Slice the top of the bag. You still have a bag to use for later, garbage, whatever, who knows. Might have a secondary use, so gives me more options at least doing that. There we go. And I'm going to keep a little corner each one of these so I have some soil for someplace else, and that's the way I'll remember to do it. So we got that, bag and a half. So let's get our dragon fruit here, and I got a so-called weed because the only thing that makes a plant a weed is that it's unwanted. Weed is just shorthand for unwanted plant. Could be anything. Just depend on the gardener, what's a weed and what isn't. So because it's in the way, we'll call it a weed. Looks like I got some new sprouts in here. Very nice. I didn't realize it until just now. So I'll kind of dump this one out here in case there's any snails and slugs, please. I can get them out now. Picked up the root patch ball here, patch, whatever you want to call it. And here we go. It might be easier, better, I don't know. I'll try it. Different, at least. Looks like there might be some little things that new plant basically that started here. See there? Got a whole new dragon fruit plant out of it already. So be that as it may, I will put this off the side because gotta open one more bag and start again. If I can find my utensil. What did I do with that thing? Got the phone in here and every blasted thing. Here we go. So that one open. And away we go. Good. I got some left for later somewhere, someplace, whatever. Put some in my wheelbarrow. I can utilize that. Got to be careful because there is some sticky parts on these as far as getting stuck with like a sticker on these dragon fruit. So that's the only thing about trying to dig the soil off the top, right? So here's the thing. Over soiled it. But the next thing, what I'm going to do, make my life simpler, get the soil compact, because I'm actually going to put some water in it. Again, kind of the wrong time of day, but wrong time of day maybe, but still better than putting it in without watering it. Anytime you change pots with something, it will have some stress. They call it potting stress. So for me, how I deal with that is I make sure I water it pretty good for around that time so it kind of settles into the pot. Now be that a couple days, whatever, right? Kind of monitor it, give it a lot of water to make up for the bad time it went through. Water is kind of the plant's chocolate, okay? Makes it feel good. Gets it through the hard times. I don't add any, used to have a neighbor said add some kind of B vitamin thing. Nah, I don't bother with, never have. Am I hurting it? Who knows, maybe. But I don't like to add a lot of things. Got its soil. Now the next thing is, what I'm going to do is I have 3 rose plants I'm going to put in barrels because they already have black spot, and I don't want to spread that to the soil. I want to try to cure it in the barrels. So I think I can do that, and then as they grow, maybe if it gets somewhat cured and okay with me, then I can maybe plant them in the ground. But I like these roses, so I want to have them. So anyway, that's the thing. I knew about the fungus issue when I bought them, but I like those varieties, and that's the way it is. Alright, so what we have here is I put 2 sacks of dirt, soil, in each of these half barrels. So what I'm going to do is, I was going to take the long shot, but let me take this off and we'll take a shorter shot on it and see. So what I'm going to do with tomatoes, you can bury them deep. In other words, let me show you. See, so this is how the soil is here. I'm going to plant about that much under the soil, so only this much is going to be up above, because what you call adventitious roots will come out of the side and it'll be a really strong plant. So I'm going to break up some of the soil in the root ball here, cluster. It's been in the pot a while. I'm going to dig it kind of deep, and I'm going to fill in a lot more soil in this barrel after I stuff this in, so you can see there isn't going to be a lot of tomato plants. Alright, so what I've got going on here now is I planted up these 5 barrels, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to interplant. Plant some peppers with the tomatoes. They tend to grow good, and down here it gets warm enough that the peppers need a little bit of shade. So the tomato plant will end up shading the bell pepper. So look at what I got. I'll start digging it in, then I'll get back to you. Alright, so you'll see here I did my plant out. This is all I'm going to do for a while, probably for this year. I filled all the barrels but one. I just got some beets in this one. They may not make it, but they weren't going to make it sitting around. It's getting too warm, and time got away from me as I was waiting for soil to be delivered. And I'm not saying this is the best idea, putting half barrels, but it's the best idea that I had this year that I could accomplish and get something growing this year. So anyway, going back to this, look, I put some tomato and I also put bell pepper in the same pot. Trying a little something. Sometimes the bell peppers need a little shade around here, and hopefully the tomato will get big enough to shade it. And then some of them, like this one, I put scarlet runner bean, so that'll add nitrogen back into the soil too. Tomatoes tend to be a heavy feeder, and same thing here. And then I just mix it up a little bit. Here I got some basil and oregano in the same one, and this one I just put 2 tomatoes. Anyway, try some new things. And over here I got dragon fruit with, I think I got a honeydew melon in there. These are a little bit covered up in the dirt. The soil got on it when I watered it. But anyway, and I got some roses here just for looks, of course, and more dragon fruit cactus with another honeydew plant with it. Just trying to break it up, make more room for things. That's another rose, and here's an echium. Now that's a really floriferous, beautiful spike comes out of this, and this is a annual one. Now they have a perennial. It'll just go over and over and over. Apparently this one reseeds though, but it'll have about 1 foot spikes with just full of flowers. I don't know if you call them florets or anyway. So that's the thing. And I also planted a persimmon tree around the back in 1 barrel. And that's it, except for this barrel I'm going to keep because I got some conifer seedlings coming. And I'm going to get something going with that later on. And I didn't want to be short of a barrel to do things in. So anyway, that's what I'm getting started this year. And I'm looking to get more started, always And I could have waited and maybe made it cheaper, but I'm inspired this year. I just got this house, so I have the room to do it. I wanted to get it all started this year. I want to get the Institute, Pacific Permaculture Institute, I want to get started here sooner rather than later. So it's all about me learning, me sharing my knowledge. If others want to join, and they can share their knowledge too and get some knowledge from others that come here, and also to just help plant this out, grow a more sustainable local food system. And that's what I have in mind. So I'm going to do my part. Everybody out there, thanks for watching. If you care to, like, share, subscribe, thumb, comment. Thumb could be up or down, comment could be negative or positive. Doesn't make much difference to me. I just like the interaction. And I was thinking to have a giveaway at 200 subscribers, but being my channel doesn't seem to be too well valued by this medium, or I don't know, maybe people don't know what permaculture is, or I don't promote it well enough. I think that in August I'll have a giveaway in spite of myself for my 4-year anniversary of YouTube. Anyway, that's about for now. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.